Welcome all soldiers to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your co-hosts, Jonathan Arneson and Daniel Gutierrez.
Hello and welcome to another meeting of the Fantasy Football War Council. I'm Jonathan, and joined with me always is Daniel. Daniel, you stole my waiver, and you beat me.
Well, you stole mine, so we're even as far as that's concerned. The winning, I'm not apologizing for.
You can have the running back. All right. On today's War Council, we will go over the Week 4 battles, hand out our accommodations for those battles, and also go over our power rankings for this week. But first, the news.
2 more Titans players have tested positive for COVID-19. It is 20 members of the staff of the Titans at this point in time. I mean, I just don't know where we're going to go for there. The league's talking about, forfeits rather than trying to postpone the games. Are they going to play this weekend? I don't know if they're going to end up playing this weekend if they keep on continuing to have positive tests and that outbreak continues in Tennessee. What do you think?
There's no way they play this weekend, but a forfeit's not a terrible idea. But at the same time, if they cancel this week, they literally would have to replay this week. There'd be a week 18, so there would be another week.
I think I agree with you. I think that they should just be scheduling in a couple of weeks at the end of the season between the playoffs and regular season, and that's going to be where all the makeup games are,
Well, it's not like baseball. We can't just have a double header of football.
No, it'll be one a week per team, but the problem is it can't be all Titans playing, I think I like their idea of forfeiting, especially if you don't follow the protocols. There's penalty for having a massive outbreak on your team because you can't triage because you didn't follow the protocols, is what they're talking about right now happened in Tennessee. If that's the case, they're risking the entire NFL season, not just their season, every team.
What a win, though. What a win to get. Just never had to step onto the field. Win.
That's right. Yeah. The Bills would get a bye week and a victory. They'd be 5-0 with a bye week under their belt. That would be fantastic for them.
Yeah. On to the next news. Dwayne Haskins is benched. Kyle Allen will start, and Alex Smith will back up. I got to say, out of all of this, the happiest thing I see is Alex Smith will back up. I'm happy to see him back on the field, moving around. That's what an injury. What a gruesome injury.
Oh, man, I totally agree. It's so good to see him back. Modern medicine is a marvel, and I'm so glad that we are able to keep our athletes going if they so choose.
Oh, yeah.
But what a hit from Dwayne Haskins from being the starter to freaking third on the depth chart, man.
Well,
ouch.
Ron Rivera brought in Kyle Allen, who he had in Carolina, and said, I can trust this kid, and I want to see Kyle Allen throw it to McLaurin. So,
yeah,
there's your target.
And Antonio Gibson.
Yeah, yes.
More COVID news. Stephon Gilmore has tested positive with COVID-19. The league put out new standards for COVID, and hopefully we can get this all cleared up and not lose more football or players or even possibly the season. So it's going to happen. It's an uphill battle, but if they are able to keep it so that it's one player, 2 players at a time and triage those people that have been with them, then, they may be going into a game shorthanded, but the only way you're going to win is if you play. So, at least it gives them a chance to be able to pull something off. So, man, yeah, it's going to be interesting how the season plays out.
Definitely.
And item number 4, I just have to throw this in because it's more of a brag than anything else. Tom Brady is the NFC Player of the Week for his 364 passing yards and 5 passing touchdowns against the Chargers. I picked him up in the 13th round as my quarterback, and I'm riding him out for the rest of the season. I am just wanted to brag a little bit on that one.
Standing ovation. Austin Eckler, sad news, out for a few weeks, hamstring injury this was rough to watch. If anybody watched this, trouble getting him even onto the cart. This man was in pain, and you could see it. I hope it's only a few weeks. I hope he comes back. Everybody, Austin Eckler owners, prepare.
Yeah, with how bad it looked, I'm just not sure if they gave a timeline of like 4 to 6 weeks, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that go longer.
Yeah,
It looked bad. It looked real bad.
It could.
More injury news. Nick Chubb has been put on IR. They expect his return to be 3 or 4 weeks with a sprained meniscus. They say that is minor, and they're just being cautious, and they can be with their running backs room. So they're going to let him heal up, give him some extra time, and then let him come back when he's full strength. So that's a big, fantasy hit for those owners of Chubb, and hopefully you're able to pick up Kareem Hunt as a handcuff or drafted him as a handcuff and held him this long. If you did that, then you're not going to skip a beat.
Michael Thomas is still missing practice. Gotta hurt the Saints, you think, right? I mean, every week that Drew Brees does not have Michael Thomas, they still do well with Alvin Kamara, but this has got to hurt that offense.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely does, man. I mean, it's a great benefit for Latavius Murray and Alvin Kamara because they're basically riding them, but man, I think it was a high ankle sprain he just hasn't been able to recover from.
Yeah, those are usually 4 to 6 weeks, so
yeah.
Rough.
Another top wide receiver, Chris Godwin, is still out with the hamstring strain. Maybe a few more weeks. They're taking it week by week, and they're not putting him in IR because they're trying to get him back in as soon as possible. But they said if this was a regular week, that there was a slight possibility he might have been a game-time decision for Sunday. So maybe they'll get him back in week 6 without any setbacks. We'll just have to see. Hamstrings are tricky.
Yeah, Mike Evans also on the injury report listed as questionable this week with an ankle. So I noticed that myself. So they're still listing Scotty Miller as well. So this is going to be a rough game for Chicago tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely. And even Justin Watson's going to be missing the game with a chest injury too, and possibly Fournette. So we're going to be very shorthanded with losing O.J. Howard for the rest of the season also with a torn Achilles. We forgot to mention that earlier. It was a bad injury weekend, and we're going into Chicago shorthanded on a short week, and we'll see if we can pull off the win. I'm just happy we're playing Nick Foles.
I played a really good joke on my wife already. I have hid every Chicago jersey in this house. So when she wakes up in the morning to put her jersey on, it's nowhere to be found. So, and her Buccaneer jersey will be front and center on the shelf. So I thought it was already very. She did this to me a few years ago, so I'm reusing the idea back. She's the clever one.
Reciprocating the love.
Oh yes. So next up, we have our Week 4 battles. Let's jump in and take a look.
All right, our first battle is a real heartbreaker for John, and I come away with a very, very close win, which does mean I win a water bet. So there will be a video posted sometime very soon of me throwing water at John. So that's going to be fantastically fun. It was the closest margin of victory of any battle this whole season. 1.5 points. It was a doozy. And because of that, I would love to personally award John his first Purple Heart Medal of the season. Score was 188.25 SE Slave Runners to 189.75 Boston Teabaggers. Ooh. I'd love to say that it was a brutal one, but I was too busy dancing.
Oh, yeah. This was rough. And I went to bed seeing that I was losing. I checked my phone, stat correction. I was up. I cheered a little, and then another stat correction, and I was back down 20 minutes later.
Oh, man.
To go to bed, it was an unfortunate night. So, Daniel, you walk away with a big W. You had a lot of Buccaneers that killed it this weekend, and it was at least something that I could cheer for in my loss. So, congrats on the water bet. I'm happy to set this up and come over. Shame me for the world to see. So, I'd like to take a moment. Christian McCaffrey, please come back to me. I am not whole without you. I have lost every week since you have been gone. David Johnson nor Josh Jacobs seems to fill this gap that you leave. Come home. I need to win.
Oof, I did not think I was going to pull that one off, let me tell you. I thought I was going to be 1-3.
Oh, no. Well, you brought me to an even playing field, 2-2 with you. So,
Yep.
hello. Yeah, that's a rough one. Yeah, you had some really good ones. Tom Brady, as you said earlier, MVP of the week, 5 passing touchdowns, 46 points. I mean, this is killer. And he did it all to Mike Evans, who you have, who has 21 points.
Yeah.
Their defense, 23 points. I mean, I was just satisfied that I had Levante David on the other side, who had 25 points over that defense. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's been spectacular this year. You had Kansas City defense with 38, Levante David with 35, and Kyler Murray with 31. And I think what resonates in this is like we both had a couple stellar standouts, and the rest of our teams just tanked.
Yes.
And like it's definitely the difference is probably that quarterback start right there, the 31 versus 47 for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Our running backs did horrible, both of us. Yeah, it was a rough week, but hopefully we'll be able to get it out. But yeah, raised by Tampa players, and that's the only way I'm going to get the win with the way that my team's designed.
Yeah, that's a good win too. So, next up, Yankee Raiders pulls out a surprising win against Stonewall Your Face and marches all over Ollie here. This team was no match for the power of George Kittle, who put up 32 points this week. Ollie, where are you? Did your fiancé lock you in a room and throw away the key? Do you have internet access? Can you send up smoke signals? We are looking for you. You are this week's manager MIA. We will send out the search parties. Stonewall Your Face loses 164.4 to 197.9 to Yankee Raiders. Martin steps to first place, ranked as first place right now at 3-1. And what do you think of this?
George Kittle is so much fun to watch. He's just a beast. He will not let people take him down. 183 yards, 15 receptions, and 1 touchdown. Like that's where the win came from. That's the difference maker in this entire matchup. They're pretty much even.
Let me ask you this. Staring at that game now and his victory, is his paying a first and a second round pick for George Kittle worth it?
Well, I mean, he's in first place, so I really can't say no. I wouldn't do it, but it's working for him.
He's sitting pretty. So, yeah, he is sitting pretty. I mean, he's got a good team here, but yeah, he still needs some work. I don't think Adrian Peterson's going to stay there all season. Who knows if Carson Wentz can stay healthy all year?
Yeah. Boomer bust with Tyler Lockett. I mean, he was really led by George Kittle and his defenses. He's got 32.8 for George Kittle. He's got 29.55 for Chicago defense. Blake Martinez put up 23 points. KJ Wright put up 22 points. His highest scoring offensive player was his quarterback, Carson Wentz, with 25.75. But after that, it's like 16. So he was definitely buoyed by his defense and his tight end in this, which is, our defenses are put in place in these leagues so that you can win a championship with a great defense. And that's how he won this week for sure.
Well, we as defensive players do know defense wins championships. So
that's right. Oh, poor Ali on the other side. This is something that killed me on a couple of my leagues this week also. Devontae Adams. All week.
Yeah.
He's going to play Monday. He's practicing. He's doing really well. Monday morning, Devontae Adams is opting out to play on Monday to rest up through the bye week to come back healthier. 0 points. That's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah. And to find a replacement on a Monday is not an easy thing to do. And sometimes it's easier just to take the 0 in that spot than to drop a talented player from your bench for a one-time play.
Yep. 100%.
So.
All right. In our next battle, it's the biggest blowout of the week. Goes to Raj. Congrats, Raj, on earning your Bronze Star. It's a great honor to do so. He beat out Can't Cut the Custard, 179 even, with 222.1 for a point differential of 43.1. Ooh, you have annihilated your enemy, and Andy didn't even stand a chance. Dallas may have lost, but your team of Cowboys took home the W in a big way this week. God, I hate that we drafted this team for him.
You are so right. You're so right. Some of these players could have been on our team, and we did this as a joke. This was our joke to him.
Yeah.
Well, bad joke. Bad joke, Oli.
Yeah. Joke's on us.
Yeah, this was a great matchup, and I got to tell you, I've already hit him up for CD Lamb multiple times, his trade offer. So, and he's got no other wide receivers, so he keeps denying me, and I can see why. Look at that, 29.5 points. What a day. 2 touchdowns, 79 yards. This is a talented young kid, and I could see what Jerry Jones was all excited in that white leather couch that he drafted from.
Yeah. I can't believe he fell to me.
Yeah. I could see why he was so happy. So kudos to Raj for your team of Cowboys. I know he's probably like, I hate you guys. But then he's like, yes, I'm winning, but I hate you at the same time.
Yeah, that's definitely a studly team there. Even with losing Nick Chubb with 5.5 points on the day, he pulls out the biggest blowout of the week. And DeAndre Hopkins only scoring, 7.6 points. That's just...
It's nice to take those wins when you lose your player, but at the same time, now he's got to struggle to find someone for the next 3 or 4 weeks to replace Nick Chubb. So I hope he gets on that.
And the next couple of weeks, he's going to be losing Mike Davis also because Christian McCaffrey should be coming back.
Fingers crossed. All right. This next battle has to be the most surprising battle. Mario, 3 sheets to the win, takes away a win from Chas, Uterus S. Grant, 198.75 versus 172.55. Mario takes an amazing win here from a dominating team, and this was not expected.
No, it was not. Yeah, I feel sorry.
I feel very sorry. Carried by his running backs. I mean, they each put up 22 points.
Yeah.
That's what you want out of your studs, right? You want your workhorses to take you to work. And his surprising Indianapolis defense, which I really like, and then his defensive players. 30 points. Roquan Smith, 26 points. Hicks. I mean, this is what you want, right?
Yep.
And I got to be honest, I was a little angry at the Antoine Winfield pick, but he got 4 this week, so.
I have to agree. Yeah, he pulls off the win against one of the teams that we feel is a scarier team. She loses Austin Eckler for possibly a substantial period of time. Her team is much more rounded out. The gutter is Calvin Ridley scoring 0 points on the day. But I feel...
Literally no target.
No targets. I feel so bad for Chas. A few years ago, I was the last place team. I had the highest points scored in the league, and I ended up being the last place team. Everybody had their best week of the year against me, and And she right now is the highest scoring team in the league by far, and yet she's still in fourth place. So she's not last like I was, but it's still, I feel for her because I've been there, and oh man, is it frustrating.
It's hard to lose those games. Yeah, when you're third highest and you lose to the second highest or whatever the case, it's really hard.
And our 10th place team just took another big beating this week, but I got to give him credit at least. He did score over 200 points for the first time this season. He put up the third highest score of the week, but loses to the second highest score of the week. That's a bad way to lose a battle. Great job, Union Ambush, for pulling out the win. Cooper Kupp had a big game, but just not enough to beat 41 points from Aaron Rodgers and Melvin Gordon with 33.3 points. What a day for Jose. Great win here.
Yeah, I agree. Jose pulls away a great win, and Lincoln Renegades, Jared, with surprising over 200 points. But when we look at it, who did it? Lamar Jackson, 36 points. Joe Mixon, 44 points, who finally breaks out with 151 rushing yards and a touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns, and a receiving touchdown. I take that back. And his defensive players. Yeah, and his defensive players. So, I mean, he does have a good team, but it's just not enough. He needs more help.
Absolutely. I'm going to read back the scores here because I forgot to say it. Lincoln Renegades scores 201.65 points, and Union Ambush scores 216.25 points with a margin defeat of 14.6.
Yeah, this was a great battle. This was a great battle here. So,
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, 41 points. When your captain puts up 41, I mean, Lamar Jackson, 36 on the other side. So very, very complimentary. But it's nice to see your players put up those points.
Yeah, and then you've got Alvin Kamara and Melvin Gordon. Alvin Kamara 24.5 and Melvin Gordon 33.4. That's definitely gonna help you out when your 2 running backs score like that. Yeah, I think that the best thing that the Packers did was draft another quarterback in the first round because boy, oh boy, did it light a fire underneath Aaron Rodgers, man. He's playing outside of his mind this year.
I mean, if that's their intentions, but I think that pick could have gone to something else. I'm just saying.
Could have.
All right. Well, that's our battles for the week. This week's Treasure Hunter of the Week award is going to go to Can't Cut the Custard. Andy made a stellar pick this week with a defensive pick, and he picked Denver. Unfortunately, he couldn't pull out the win, but you do win this week's Treasure Hunter of the Week award, so congratulations, Andy. Honorable mentions will go to Yankee Raider for picking up Latavius Murray, but you benched him, so those 23 points didn't help you. But you still crushed your opponent, so congratulations on that.
And now, up next, we have our second segment. We are going to go through our Week 4 power rankings. These will be the third power rankings that we've done. We've definitely had some differences between each power ranking and some similarities. Most of the differences are in the bottom of the league, namely me dropping like a rock. But we've put together our power ratings, and I think these are pretty solid.
I wouldn't say like a rock. You hit a nice cushy surface that you will not fall below. You will sit restfully on these 2 teams, I think. So I don't think you're going anywhere.
I definitely hope so.
Only place to go is up.
Let's hope so. All right, so since it would not be right to call out his own name, we'll go through the first team right now, which would be SC Slave Runners.
Why not? It's a good team to call out.
Well, calling out your own team as number 1 is a little braggadocious, but I can let you do that if you'd like.
No, not at all. It's nice to have somebody else say my name once in a while, but I mean, I'm not ranked 1, but I am getting Christian McCaffrey back, so yeah. I think this is going to help, but I got to get by this week first. So
yep, I think that's good. That's the difference maker really in this list, and why it pushed you to number 1 is because You got Christian McCaffrey back in a week, maybe 2. And then you'll be back at full strength. Whereas some of our other top tier teams just lost running backs as we'll go through. So, I definitely say you're number 1. You're probably scariest right now because of other injuries, at least in the next couple of weeks. But we'll see how it plays out.
Second team we have is Uterus S. Grant. This again is one of the scariest teams that we think is around, but unfortunately just lost Austin Eckler for a few weeks. So,
yeah,
gotta hope that is not a serious injury.
Gotta hope. Yeah, 4-6 is what they're saying now. So let's hope that it stays there, and we'll see how it goes. Number 3, we have Rogers Hard War. Again, a very solid team, but just losing Nick Chubb for 2 to 4 weeks with a strained meniscus. So he's going to have to pull that out. The rest of his team is very solid. And again, it's not a season-ending injury, so I think that it still merits him being up in the top of the list. Same with Uterus S. Grant and your team as well, AC Slave Runners, because you'll get your full complement of players back, and you're going to be just as scary as you ever were. So, yep.
I think the thing with these 3 top teams is they are very interchangeable. They could slide to any of these spots.
I agree.
So, yeah. Next up, we have number 4, Yankee Raiders. Very solid team. It's our current ranked number 1 with 3-1. But how does this team seem to fit right where you are?
I think so. I agree with the number 4 ranking on it. Throughout the season, he's just had players just kill it one week, and it's been consistent for him. His whole team has never fired off, but it's always been 3 to 4 players a week that are scoring like 2 to 3 times their projected points, and he's pulling off the wins. So, I mean, if that's the way he built his team, and it's high ceiling, low floor players, and they're just hitting it at the right time, good for him. It seems to be working also.
Yeah, it's a scary way to build the team for me. So
I agree, but it's working.
Yes, it is.
Number 5 would be 3 Sheets to the Wind. When you look at his team, nothing really stands out and wows you. But then as you go through how his players are scoring, his team is just so well rounded. They're top middle tier players in a lot of positions. And he's also got some players that I think are going to be doing better as the season goes on, like Justin Jefferson. He's been able to pull off a lot of good wins, and I think he's got a very high floor. And I think number 5 is a great place for him. What do you think?
As I was writing my original list, you'd be shocked where I actually first put him. I had him at 3.
Yeah.
I mean, when I rewrote my list, I was like, no, I can't put him that high. So I put him down to 7. I'm like, no, it's not comfortable. Moved him up to 6. 5 was the comfortable spot. His team is very average. He's middle of the lane, but he's got those running backs that are popping off. They're putting up good numbers, 22 points each, and he's getting his defensive players are hitting. So he's got what we want. Those 4 to 5 players that are putting off the points that you need, right?
Yep. Consistently.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think he's got a good team, and this team is going to rise. He's going to stay in the playoffs. He's going to be in that top 6 bracket, and this is going to be a team to deal with at championship time.
I think so. I think he's got a very good chance to make a great run, and I'm happy for him.
Oh, yeah. Definitely want to see him do well. So, cheers, 3 Sheets to the Wind. Our next number 6 manager, can't cut the custard, Andy, sitting at 6. Thoughts?
I think that part of his has been injury, and part of his has been just not quite being able to pull it off. I mean, the killer on his team has been Julio Jones, right? Killed it week 1, and then after that, just not much else. Julio Jones is extremely talented, and he is a key to that offense. However, he's just not scoring the points. His defense has been lacking, and that's been kind of killing him too. But, I mean, for whatever reason it is, I mean, he's got Russell Wilson, Tyreek Hill, Chris Carson. Like, those are solid players, and those have been what's keeping him alive. And the rest of the team are guys that have kind of been disappointments, I feel like, especially for where they were drafted. Juju Smith-Schuster, I don't even think he's the best receiver on the Steelers team personally. I think Deontay Johnson is. That's why I drafted him in like every league that I could. But, we'll have to see how it goes. Tyreek Hill's been pretty solid, and those other ones have been solid, but the rest of his team just has been failing him. And I think he's a low floor, high ceiling team, and I think 6 is appropriate.
It's a good spot. Yeah, I agree.
Number 7 would be Union Ambush. What do you think about them, John?
I mean, he's sitting right where I peg him. And to be honest, I have pasted right below our power rankings is the Yahoo power rankings, and they have him sitting right at number 7 too. Based on projection of who he's facing and the players that he's got, what he's going to put up, this is right where I have him sitting. I mean, he's got a good team. It's a well-rounded team, but not a championship team. Don't want to jinx myself. Aaron Rodgers, what a great week. I mean, he was Union Ambush put up second highest scoring team this week. So how can you talk bad about a team that does that?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I think his running back room is ridiculous. Alvin Kamara, Melvin Gordon, and James Robinson. He's had injuries at wide receiver. Deshaun Watson's been kind of a bit of a, underachiever this season. And his defense is honestly what's failing him. If he's able to make a trade for a better defensive player or find one off of waivers, I think that he would definitely move a lot further up this list. But with getting production from his defensive players where he's only getting like one, maybe scoring 20 points each week, like that's what's killing him.
Hey, defense wins. So,
yep.
Yeah. Our next team is you, ranked 8, Boston Teabaggers. You've fallen a little from our last projection. I think we had you 6.
Correct.
So, and our original first projection was 5. So you've steadily dropped a few spots, but I don't think you have a terrible team. You again beat me this week. So,
yeah.
I looked at Yahoo's projections, and they've got you at 10. Why?
They're last.
They have you pegged to be our last place team. Yeah, they do have pegged there for the princess.
For sure. It's been rough with injuries and COVID, and then just one of my tags, Kenyon Drake, falling on his face this year. So, yeah, it's been an interesting season. And, I think that my team's going to be stronger in the second half, and that's kind of how I built it. But what I worry is that there might not even be a second half of the season, so that might be my mistake right there.
Yeah, this is a very scary year, and we did state in our rules we were playing partial season if that happens. So let's hope that there's more weeks for you to get out of this hole.
Let's hope, or keep digging, one or the other. We'll see. I do have to say though, I am quite enjoying my team because it's all players that I love, and it's like a lot of good Buccaneers. And I'm losing, but at least I'm losing with a smile.
I give you props for doing this. I did this my first year of fantasy a long time ago, and it didn't work out. You know what I mean? Too many big Buccaneers, and we weren't on a winning team that season. So this year could be different. I hope that the Buccaneers take it all the way. So, but anyway.
Oh, man. Yeah, we'll have to see. All right. The number 9 team is Stonewall Your Face. What are your thoughts, sir?
Pegged right where he should be. This week's MIA manager, sitting on top of our 2-time MIA manager. So, I mean, these last 2 managers, they're pegged right where they should be, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. He's got no running backs. I think, Antonio Gibson's going to start doing better throughout the rest of the season, but Mark Ingram has been a massive disappointment. he had Marlon Mack was one of his tags. So
Yep.
I mean, it's been a brutal season for him as well, and it's just, yeah, he's just got a low floor and low ceiling team, I think.
Well, Darius Leonard came out. He came out of the game after making only one tackle. So to put up 2 points, that's kills a spot. But
That's brutal.
yeah. And our number 10, our last place manager that we have ranked in our power rankings, Lincoln's Renegades. Thoughts?
We've said it all along. The best part about this team is his defense and his quarterback, and he's been able to pull off some wins. But in between, Joe Mixon, and that's it, you know.
So this is your team you need to battle for the princess.
I'm hoping for number 7. That way I get the first overall pick next year. That would be fantastic.
Well, I'll start looking in a few weeks to the bottom 4 teams, and these are my targets for trades. I'll be talking to these people. These are my 4 friends in the next few weeks, so keep your phone at your side. I may want to talk.
Yeah, well, I think I've already figured out my tags for next year, so we'll see how that goes. But that'll be interesting to see.
That's good. That's good. All right. Well, next week's battles. We have the week 5 battles. SC Slave Runners, myself, versus Lincoln Renegades. That's Stonewall Your Face versus Boston Teabaggers. Another good matchup.
Absolutely. And then we have 3 Sheets to the Wind versus Yankee Raiders. And then Can't Cut the Custard versus Uterus S. Grant.
And lastly, we have Rogers Hard War versus Union Ambush. What's your game of the week?
Oh, well, I think that we need to go into our Pick'em segment.
Oh, yeah. It's time to pick 'em. I love that music. That is such great music.
It was spectacular. That came on, and I was like, John, you're a genius. And I was cracking up.
Yeah.
That was so good.
All right. Our first matchup. SC Slave Runners versus Lincoln Renegades. What's your pick?
I'm going to go with SC Slave Runners here. I know he's McCaffrey less, but I still think that he can pull off the win against our 10th place team.
I hope so, because I'm going to pick myself as well. But if this goes south, I may not be here next week. You'll have to come search for me. So.
Oh man.
Oh, it'll be a bad one.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be a bad one.
Yeah, you would never hear the end of it. I hope for you to have the biggest blowout of the week as well.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. So, Stonewall Your Face against you.
Ooh. Well, I'm going to pick me in this one. I think that
agree.
I'm a little bit worried about Thursday night in a short week with Mike Evans being injured, but I'm still going to go with me on this one. With Devontae Adams being on a bye week, I think I might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I agree. I have you pegged for a win, but I have this pegged as my closest battle, so I think this will be I think this will produce a Purple Heart on the other side of this battle. So another nail biter for you, hopefully. So
hopefully it's not me.
3 Sheets to the Wind versus Yankee Raiders. What's your pick?
Ooh, this one's a hard one. I think this is going to be one of the closer ones. I think that Yankee Raiders has just been able to pull off those wins, and with the receiving core being what they are in San Francisco, George Kittle might have another epic game. But Mario's team might just chug along again and just put up some high points. This one's a hard one. This one I think is going to be my personal game of the week. I think it's going to come down very close to these, and I'm going to go with Mario for the win. I think he's got some momentum on his side, and I do think it's going to be a close one.
I really thought I was going to differ from you here, but I guess not. I was picking 3 Sheets to the Wind as well. I was going with Mario. I know that I'm going to doubt Yankee Raiders a little bit here. He is projected 7 points higher, but I just think 3 Sheets to the Wind has really been chugging along, and those consistent running back points are digging him through. So, yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
agree. In our next battle, Can't Cut the Custard versus Uterus S. Grant. What say you?
What say me? Tough matchup. Uterus S. Grant. But I say with such hesitation. Oh, I say it with such hesitation. This girl's got this girl's got Josh Allen, and I know that she just went out on the waivers and grabbed Gardner Minshew just today to replace him in case that game does not go through. So she's already thinking ahead for this weekend. So, and she needs to think ahead for Calvin Ridley, whether he's going to play or not. What's the issue? Why was there no catches?
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard too because she's got David Montgomery going against that Buccaneers defense, who's historically not let running backs do very well. So
very true. But I mean, I don't know, something about those Bears. I have, even against our Bucks over the years, I have cheered against. I have watched these Bears do some amazing things. So I'm not going to call anything out. I don't want to jinx it. I want the Bucks to win, but I don't want to jinx it.
yeah, I'm going to actually go with Can't Cut the Custard on this one, just because of the injuries that she had and the lineup and some of the matches. And I think the difference maker on this team is going to be Russell Wilson and Chris Carson.
I saw something today that Chris Carson was limited in practice. So that's something to keep an eye on.
He's still dealing with a knee sprain, but he had it last week when he put up 25 points too. So
True. All right, and our final matchup, Rogers Hard War versus Union Ambush. Ooh, this is a good one. Rogers Hard War needs to replace Nick Chubb in his spot to make this a little more fair. But once I see that replacement, I would have a better idea. But right off the bat,
well, it looks like he'll have Devin Singletary to replace him, and it doesn't look like Zach Moss might be playing. So Singletary might get the full load. He's been playing well when he does. So
that's not a terrible replacement for a Nick Chubb. That makes me hem and haw. Yeah,
man,
that's a tough one. I'm gonna go Union Ambush.
I'm going to agree. I am also going to go Union Ambush. I think that it'll be really interesting to see, and it's going to be a close one. And I think that, well, I guess it depends if Michael Thomas plays or not. But yeah, this is a hard one. I just look at Union Ambush and I see Kamara, Gordon, and Robinson, and I'm like, I think that's going to be the difference in the matchup.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and go with Union Ambush.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's going to be I don't want to say one-sided because Rogers Hard War, our highest scoring team of the week. So
very true.
Never doubt anybody. This is fantasy football, and anything happens on any given Sunday. So
sorry to doubt you, Raj. You just had the biggest blowout, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, very true. All right. Well, thanks again for marching with us. Tune in next week for the Week 5 battles and those medals. Who will win the Bronze Star, who will win the Purple Heart, and who will be our manager MIA. Join us again and find out. If you have any questions, send them in to ffwc23@gmail.com, and we will get those onto the podcast. And as always,
stay vigilant, soldiers.